Oh my god, is that a ferret on the side?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it's a ferret on the side. You got an issue with that?
No, I don't. I think that's the fucking coolest thing ever.
Pretty awesome.
Oh my god, that's
Sin,
awesome.
CT, Link, cool. Okay, so we all know who's who. I'm sure Ed's gonna put in something stupid like Big Dig Ed or something for his name.
That's fine. I can't see it anyway, so.
Yeah, I've got the monitor. All right, so this is just kind of a test. Hell, we can. By the way, Link, I was gonna just. This podcast is gonna be really short. It's gonna be like maybe a 30-minute one, kind of a test, because I just want this. It's kind of like a test podcast this week. I'm trying to get us back to doing a weekly podcast. I know, wish us luck, wish me luck. But at least this one, make it short, 30 minutes, because it's going to be kind of a test, because I don't want us to do a full hour something on this bot, and then suddenly I'm like, guys, the whole thing has just been lost. Fuck. So worst case, we lose like a 30-minute podcast instead of like an hour, 15, hour 20, and waste everybody's
Okay.
time. So this
Yeah,
one
no,
is going
that's
to be 30 minutes. In fact, we're already recording. So fuck it. Let's go. Right? What
Oh,
episode
wait,
is this?
Yeah.
Ed's not joining us?
No, he's actually running a pretty solid stream today, and yeah, he just wants to. That's a whole thing. That's probably something that we could talk about for next week's podcast about what's going on with the streaming world. But yeah, no, Ed is streaming right now. He's all busy and shit because he's a beehole, but it's okay though. We got the three of us for the LP3 episode 15, right? Yeah, 15. Hey!
I don't fucking know anymore.
Thanks,
I
Andy.
think Ernie's way out of it than us, so. Yeah, you need a vacation, sir.
Yeah, I'd like a vacation. That'd be fun.
Yeah. Well, anyways, welcome, Internet.
Hi, Internet. I'm your host, Carlos, along with
What up,
Link,
you fuckers?
and that was
Whoa.
Ernie.
Yeah, that was Ernie.
Oh my gosh. So this week's podcast, first off, blame Carlos. I take full blame and everything because we haven't had a podcast in what, a freaking month. I think we haven't recorded. It's been a while.
I think the internet knows by now that it's you, and we've all pretty much
as I
said
keep
it's
saying
you.
that I'm the host and everything too. So yeah, totally.
Yeah. Waving your big dick
Hey, it
host
is what
dick
it is.
around, fucking asshole.
It is what it is.
But yeah, so again, very sorry that we haven't recorded in a good while, but we're back in action. Finally have more time. Again, this is a whole thing that we're gonna have to talk about next week about the whole streaming world between with Ed and I being on DLive. There's some changes going on in DLive, so there's gonna be some changes with the YouTube channel as well. So we'll explain a lot more next week. This is actually a very quick podcast this week. It's probably gonna be like 20-30 minutes because we may have discovered a new way to record our podcast and our videos and stuff. This is going to be kind of like a test. So, like I said, this is going to be a little short, ladies and gentlemen. So bear with us. Sorry if something may sound a little weird or a little like shit. That's Ernie's department if it sounds like shit. But,
I mean, you're the one who sounds like shit on a daily basis, so.
Ooh.
fucking
And you're putting people through that? By streaming? Fuck, I feel bad for your fans.
Damn.
That's mean.
Right?
That's all right. It's all right.
Well, so I guess for this 30-minute podcast, like I said, I'm also trying to get us to record a podcast every week as well. So one of the reasons why is, number one, this is going to be a 30-minute podcast. So next week, I'd like to record a full-sized one. And number two, I was talking to Link about this, and I feel really bad. I was like, so here's the funny thing. We're only what? I think 14 podcasts in. Cool, right? LPP just passed its 1-year mark. And that's when Link gave me a lot of shit. And I was like, yeah, we should be at like a solid, 30 at least? And we're only at like 14. I'm like,
depending on the schedule that we are following,
Yeah,
I mean, shoot.
technically we
Yeah,
were doing it every other week, and then it turned into every few weeks. But hey, I mean, it can't be perfect. I would say
once in a while, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, there's usually only 12 episodes, 13 episodes to a season, so we're good. See, we're good.
God, yeah, no. When I saw that, like, I saw our first video post, and I was like, whoops. And we're not even up to like 30. Like, I would be feeling good if it was like 30, 35, like 40, 50 would be amazing. But it was like 14. Fuck. Maybe we should get back to the weekly thing. Like, but again, that is totally my fault because I'm the guy that has to set these things up. I'm the host of it, yes. And I'm the guy that's always like, guys, we're going to record tonight. And then you guys don't hear from me ever again. So, yeah, I love you all.
Yeah.
Thank
you
you for
just
your
kind of
patience.
vanish. And
I
then me
know.
and Link will message each other. We're like, so did you hear anything? No, heard nothing.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. I'll usually do that for either Ernie or I'll do it for Eddie. I'll like go in a stream like, hey, did you hear anything from your brother? And he's like, nope, don't know. And I'm just like, all right, cool.
Right.
Yeah.
I guess I'll see you later.
Yeah, pretty much.
Very sorry about that.
It's all good,
But
man.
hey, we're here. You know, we're recording now.
Hey, yeah, we are. We're here. We're ready. Let's do this. What's our first topic?
Well, I mean, a little bit of a catch up. Like I said, this is a very fast podcast. Any certain things that have happened in the last month? Like what? I had a birthday. It was my birthday a few days ago, so that was cool.
Did you go get a pervert bag?
No, I didn't get my.
Tell me you got
bag.
a pervert bag.
No.
Oh,
like,
you
instead,
bitch.
I worked for
Doing
like
it
11
wrong.
hours, and I went to bed
all
early.
wrong.
Like I went full bitch mode.
All the things wrong.
Yeah, my birthday was not good.
Did you at least get hammered?
I did actually.
Please
I
tell me
got
you got
home.
hammered.
I was tired, and I was
Alright.
like, "Sorry, guys, I wasn't gonna do the party or anything because we were gonna have a get together." But like I said, I ended up working like 11 hours because like fucking like 10 people called in for my job, and like yeah, I couldn't do shit. I was pissed. So yeah, instead I was like, you know what, Jackie, I'm gonna buy some liquor and I'm just gonna get fucking wasted. I don't care anymore. So yeah, I did. It was nice. I did at least get drunk.
Good. That's good. I got drunk too. I got drunk ahead of time.
Oh, I know, because you were at a bar, right? I felt so bad.
Well, it wasn't a bar. Like, so I guess like they've been not starting. It's been a thing that's happening for a while. But there's been these. There was a brewery that had opened up nearby where me and my mom live. And I didn't even know we were going there. She's just like, "You're coming with me. I'm kidnapping you for a moment." Like, okay. So we went. And yeah, it's just a brewery. So it's a place that sells a bunch of different types of beer that they make and whatnot. Very chill place. Way chiller than a bar, and something I can at least deal with because I don't like going to bars. But yeah. So that's where we went. Had this drink that I can't remember what it was called, but it was like a sour. It was pretty damn good. I was in like 4 of those before we ended up leaving. So I had a pretty decent buzz going, and then Carlos, just decided to be like, "Hey, we're not doing the get together." I'm like, "You motherfucker!" I was getting drunk and everything already. Like I was ready to do this.
Sorry again. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it was a total Carlos move. So after he told me that, I was like, well, I'm definitely not in a rush to get back home. So me and my mom stayed there for a little bit longer.
And I felt bad too, because like a lot of you and like my brothers and a few others were gonna come over. We were gonna play some cards and drink, and I was like, I'm fucking excited. I need this. Like, let's go. And it's the start of my vacation too. But dude, I was full on zombie mode. I couldn't do shit. I passed out so quick. But yeah, so that's what happened on my birthday. Cheers to that. I mean, and what else has happened in this past month? We're in the middle of E3 right now, so that's happening.
Actually, E3 is officially done as of today.
All right, we're not in the middle of E3 anymore. We're at the end of E3, so
Yeah, like today was the last day for the public. But yeah, no, E3 was E3 was interesting this year. I'd have to say, like hands down, Xbox, Microsoft took the cake. I mean, granted, there was no Sony. Great, yeah, I really do, because there was a lot of stuff that came out for them.
Yeah, like they definitely had a very good performance. Like at least as far as like the whole console thing is concerned, right? Like they had the best showing. Nintendo had a pretty good showing, and I'm hyped for the shit that they got coming. But
yeah, who's ready for Banjo-Kazooie on Smash?
Hell yeah! I can't
Dude.
wait. Finally.
I'm shocked that it has taken this long to have Banjo show up in Smash.
Yeah, he's one of the like founders, man. He should have been on
Yeah.
there
He's
way
a
by the
goddamn
time he hit
powerhouse on
Melee.
Nintendo for a moment.
Yeah, no,
It's just
definitely.
because he was owned by Microsoft, so it was kind of a tricky thing until finally now Microsoft and Nintendo, they're like best friends now. So yeah, of course they're gonna
Yeah.
finally bring him in. But that's why they took him so long. But I'm glad.
And
I mean,
I'm
he's a
hoping,
perfect
I'm
character
hoping
for
that
game.
means that Rayman is coming, and
Ooh,
he's not a
Rayman,
stupid
yeah.
fucking trophy.
Yeah. Do you think they're ever gonna give Waluigi an actual character spot, or just keep him as a trophy to keep fucking with people?
I think eventually they will, just because he has such a big community on
Oh,
like
no.
even on Reddit. I think eventually he will make his way by the time we get to the next Smash Brothers. He should, I should say. I don't want to say for sure it's gonna happen, but he should because of that following.
Yeah.
By the way, that oh no from Ernie. Again, guys, copy or not
Oh, but-
copyright. Disclaimer: this is a test podcast once again. Yeah, Ernie and I are testing a podcast while also playing a game, so that's why he almost died. That's why he was like, I was like, I could edit that out, but nah. This is gonna be one of those raw podcasts, you know, where it's just behind the scenes almost. So
Oh, so you want me to do all the talking? No,
no, and we're like playing a game and taking notes to make sure how all of our voices align along with the video, how all of our voices are synced together. Because, like I said, I'm hoping this bot will record all of our voices in one synced line, so that way I don't have to fucking play this whole 1, 2, 3 crap with us, and it's already synced, it's already ready to go. Because then our recordings are gonna be like, Jesus, they're gonna be a ton easier for me to edit. So
Oh,
I'm really
yeah.
hoping that's the case.
at
Man, I
cross
like the 1, 2, 3 crap. That was fun. Just because I could make it super annoying.
sounds like an Eddie move. I mean, Ernie move. That sounds like a big Ernie move
Yeah.
and an Eddie move. Eddie would
Definitely
do
an
that
Eddie
shit too.
I just won. All
Yes,
right.
you
Well,
Because I killed myself like a
Didn't
fucking
fucking do
idiot.
anything.
But going back to E3, yeah, I think Xbox had the best showing, not only with the diversity they had with big titles that were coming out, also the introduction to some of the studios that they picked up. We got the same developers from Psychonauts, who are now in the process of making Psychonauts 2. I forgot the name of the actual company for that, but they're getting picked up as well. Double Fine, there you go. Double Fine is getting picked up with Microsoft, and then you also got Keanu Reeves, who didn't like
Keanu
that.
Reeves wasn't picked up by Microsoft, but that
Wasn't
was a
picked
fucking
up by-
awesome showing.
Yeah, that was great. They
was cool
did
as
a
hell.
very good job of keeping that under wraps for that long. For him
Right?
to just pop up at the end, like, even what was it? One of the ladies in the crowd was like losing her mind. Like,
Dude.
it was hilarious.
Yeah, man. Like,
But I would say
she
the
was
biggest thing. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I was just gonna be like, she was, out of her mind. Like,
Yeah, that was like.
Keanu Reeves.
but I
Good-
get
there
it.
was a good,
you
like,
know?
5
I'd
minutes
probably
of
be the
that.
same way.
What?
She was going crazy. I think the highlight though of that biggest, other than the reveal, was the dude that yelled out, "You're breathtaking." It was great. They
That is
actually
definitely
offered him.
gonna be a meme for the longest time.
Yeah, the Keanu Reeves actually told them that they should give him a copy of the game, and he actually declined the offer and said, "Just give the money to charity."
Wow.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah, no, that was cool on his part, but definitely one of the big highlights there. Next big highlight from them would be the new controller. If you guys happen to catch that, the
Yes.
Elite
I
Series
love
2.
it. It's so beautiful.
Oh, it looks so good, and I'm looking forward to it. I haven't gotten the first one just because at the time I wasn't really all about the functionality on it. like I knew I wasn't gonna use it to its optimal performance, but since I use the controller for both the PC and the Xbox, I figured it'd be great because I can at least extend its durability
Yeah.
for both of them. Because I know I've gone through like so many regular Xboxes just because I normally have I press really hard on my buttons when I'm like super focused. So I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to it. Especially games like Dark Souls or anything like that. I'm like super into it, and like I feel like I'm gonna break the controller in half.
But I mean, like, I'm the same way when it comes to those kind of games. I'm not really like mashing down on the buttons, but like my grip on that controller, I'm surprised it doesn't fucking shatter. Like,
Yeah.
I'm just.
No, I agree.
Death grip.
And Ernie, you've got an Elite or regular?
I have an Elite controller.
Ah, okay. I do too.
Yeah.
One as well. I love it. I just like the weight
I
of
have
it.
two.
Nice,
Yeah,
very nice.
I saw
I'm
the
excited.
reveal for the new Elite controller, but
Yeah.
I won't say that I'm as excited as maybe other people are, because I mean it looks like the exact same thing. They just added an extra profile to it, and about the only thing I'm excited for it is the tension change for the analog sticks. That's about the only thing that I actually like. But outside of that, I'm like, it's the exact same fucking controller, so I don't really understand. Oh, bye, Carlos. This son of a bitch.
Well, I mean, he's out of the
Okay,
Xbox
one of
well,
those
already, but
technical difficulties.
he just invited me to a new party, so I guess we're switching. That'll be fun to have in the podcast.
that'll be interesting to have in that one for sure. We'll see how it pans out on the Discord.
Yeah, it's
That
okay.
was great.
Like
That was
again,
great.
this is just one of those test podcasts. It's okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, got that fixed up.
Other
But as
than that,
for the
we
Elite
finally got.
controller, I like that you can, I like that you can also like mess with how tight you want your joysticks to be. Like they've really added more customization to this thing. So I'm really excited because I do want to kind of mess around with that. How if I want them to be like a little more stiff, a little more loose, like, and you can also set I think 3 profiles now if you want. Like you can save something just for Halo or save something just for like Call of Duty. You can save a specific profile just for that game. If you want a certain sensitivity or something. So I'm really excited for stuff like that.
Yeah,
I feel
okay,
like
it's a good controller, and like I said, the only thing I'm
$180,
excited
by the
about
way.
is just the analog sticks. Because I actually like stiffer sticks.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, I knew it was coming. Shut up. That was like my biggest complaint when it came to like the Xbox One controllers is
It's
they're
not
too
stiff enough for you, Ernie. I get it. You need it
no,
stiff.
they need to be so fucking rock hard and pointing straight up. God damn it!
Like you can lose an eye with that shit. I get it.
I need to move it with 3 fingers,
Yeah,
not just one.
That's about the only thing
Grab
I'm
a
looking
whole
forward to.
joystick and beat that shit around. I get it.
Then you said it was fucking $150 is what it's selling for, or what it's
No,
going
it's
to be selling for?
180.
180.
180. Yeah.
See, that's just
180.
kind of ridiculous.
I mean,
How much
what?
was the original Elite when it released?
150.
150. So it's $30 more for the
So
minor.
it's like what, $10 for each new thing that they brought to the next one?
I guess.
I mean, roughly. We'll see
Like
because
intention control to 2 analog sticks and 1 more profile.
we'll find out.
I don't know if I can agree with that price. Like it's not that much more expensive, but it just seems kind of like an unreasonable raise in price for almost no difference.
Well, I mean, you could just get a regular one if
I
you
don't know.
want.
Maybe they'll have more information about it that'll actually justify the price, at least to me. Like I said, price isn't that bad, but it just seems weird.
No, it's pretty good.
Considering.
But we also did get the review for
I am
our next
super
console.
excited
By the way,
for
you
the
might be
new
muted.
console for it, though.
What's that?
You might be muted on the live party.
Oh, Link's gone. I have no idea what he's saying.
This is all part of the process. It's okay.
Yeah, it's all part of the. Just
Jesus Christ.
Thanks for your patience, internet. We love you guys. This is going to be the weirdest podcast of all time. Like,
It
I might
really
make it the
is.
first like bloopers podcast. No, I'm gonna keep it as number 15. It's fine. It's just one of
Yeah,
those.
I mean,
Again, it's
we're
a
still
raw.
chatting. Things are just going wrong.
So until Link gets into that live party, Ernie, what else was
There he
coming out?
goes.
Oh, yeah, we're still figuring that out. It's okay, but so I mean, like I said, it's $180. It kind of sucks.
Hey,
Like,
I'm back.
Hey, there you go.
Ah, we can hear you.
It's up there on price, yes, but I mean, think about it. There's some keyboards like alone, like the Razer keyboards, aren't those like $200 by themselves? So it's kind of like it's almost like PC gaming, almost. You know, I mean, controllers are getting expensive. Peripherals, they're getting expensive. It's just that's how it is because they're getting fancier. They're getting more advanced, and it's okay. Am I gonna buy
don't know
one of
what's
the new
advanced about
Elites?
this new one, but
Maybe. Yeah, you can make your joystick super stiff. Don't be dumb.
that's the
Stiffen
only
them
reason I
bad
want
boys
it.
up.
It's because I want that adjustable fucking analog. But
That's that does make a big like a really big difference in gaming.
Right.
yeah.
Definitely.
And I forgot. They brought in the extra fucking switch for even finer hair triggers.
Yeah,
Sorry, I totally forgot about that.
that's
Oh,
actually one of the
yes.
big ones that I want for
That's
faster shooting time, or at least reaction time. Dropping
Yeah,
down
yeah.
the hair triggers to a minimal, so it's just easier to pull the trigger faster when you're doing FPS shooters.
I do like that as well.
I am looking forward to that. That's for sure. But we did get our release for, or at least a little snippet of our next console, Project
Scarlet?
Scarlet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
got some new info on that. I'm
Yeah,
very
that was a
happy
good
that they
one.
seem to be more focused towards video gaming, and I'm not about to see like a console reveal like, guess what? You can attach your cable type of situation.
And I believe it's been confirmed that there will be a disk drive in that one.
Oh, good.
Yeah, because I know we discussed not too long ago the digital Xbox that was supposed to be coming out soon, if they even decided to do it, which I haven't even heard anything about. They might have just went ghost mode on that.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that they decided to scrap it because, I don't think a digital console is the best idea. At least not until,
Depends on the
companies
person.
just decide that they're not going to have any more like physical copies of their games, which,
Yeah.
I mean, we're all kind of heading in that direction. There's already games out there right now that you buy, and when you freaking open it, they just give you a code instead of a fucking disc.
I
Yeah.
remember that one.
I imagine like when we get to that being more of the norm, then we'll probably see a rise in a digital focused console. But I'm happy to just have one that has a disc.
And I don't
Let
mind
me bounce this
timing.
off of you real quick. If you guys have heard the Google Stadia.
I've heard about it. I don't know what it is though.
Okay.
It's an ambitious project that I really hope that they're actually considering the many variables that comes into what they're looking for. Because I know what they're aiming for. I know what they said that they're aiming for. But there is a huge difference between what they have available to them and what the common consumer has available to them.
No, I completely agree with you. So at least to fill in Carlos a little bit, and I'll try to make this as quick as possible. Stadia is a new, basically semi-console platform coming out that is strictly sticking to streaming through a web browser. So right now, currently, I believe it's on pre-order. They've already set up like a Founders Edition, and it's priced at $130. And what you're getting with it is a controller, the Google Cast or Chromecast chip piece, and then also 3 months of their subscription, which is called Stadia Pro. And they've already released big titles on there, like AAA titles. So you're getting Destiny 2 that's already been added to it. The new Avengers game that was announced is getting added to it. There's a huge list. Uplay just dropped their Uplay Plus. That's also being added with that. So basically, everything that you're getting is kind of subscription based, but you're getting access to everything. There's no downloads, there's no updates, no patches, like nothing like that. It's just streamed
Huh.
directly from a data center. You can plug and play anywhere you go. They're using like even apps on your phones. I think they have one for the Google Pixel 3. You can do that.
Oh.
And I think the minimum requirement for it, for like connection speed to be able to do at least 720, is 10 megabytes, which is pretty much like a basic stream or a basic connection.
Yeah. Ernie. Sorry,
What?
just kind of cutting Ernie out. Oh, but when we said it, basic
Yeah.
internet, that's why I was like, "Hey, Ernie."
Oh.
And speaking of streaming too, I mean that's cool and all, but I'm also excited for Xbox. They said that their Cloud X or whatever, it's coming out in
Which is
October.
kind of like the same thing in a sense,
Yeah,
but
same exact concept.
yeah.
I don't know, but you can play Xbox games anywhere. I mean, of course, you got to be on Wi-Fi, but still.
Well, no, that's
Hey,
that's exactly
it's
what's gonna happen
exactly
with
the
this.
same thing.
Yeah, the Stadia
Alright,
is
well,
working
I can
with
play on my phone.
Microsoft. With
That's actually what I'm excited about. I could play on my phone. That's one thing I wanted.
that's
so.
exactly what Stadia is. That's what, so I'm telling you, you can play on any platform.
Yeah. I don't think he's
Your
understanding
phone.
the concept that we're
Yeah.
saying.
Okay, but for Stadia,
He's
are
like
there
hearing it, but he's ignoring
achievements?
us.
I'm pretty sure they would put that in there because, like I said, they're tying in with Xbox. They're tying in with UPlay. There was another big one.
Okay.
They've even talked about another company, and nobody really solidified what it was. But people are speculating. Like they're very skeptical about it, but they keep thinking it's going to be Steam, which would be like nuts if Steam even jumped on this.
Shit.
Yeah. It's definitely ambitious project, but I'll wait. I'm definitely waiting. Like
Yeah.
I'm not exactly one of those people that really cares about having a cloud service in order to play my games. I'm home almost 90% of the time anyways. So having something like that isn't really necessary. But
Right.
Yeah, no,
it's
I
a cool
agree.
concept.
Yeah, because I mean it's great for instance like Jeremy. Jeremy's always on the run. He's always going
Yeah.
on his
Oh,
trips.
that's very true.
It's a great idea for him, and I jumped on it because I thought it was great. Because if I'm majority of the time lately, I have my work schedule and then I have my free time. But a lot of the times I'm like either with family or I'm out with a couple friends or whatever, and like I just want to do something on my phone really quick. If I'm at my grandpa's house and I don't have my Xbox, I just turn on my phone. Boom, there you go. I can just play on my phone. I think it's a really good concept.
Well,
Hopefully they get
shall
the execution right.
Yeah,
And that they have anticipation for if it turns out good, then I hope they anticipate how many people might actually be flooding in. So that
yeah.
could definitely that could definitely hurt things a lot when it comes to that type of service.
Oh yeah, no, I completely agree. And at the same time, you can't beat like even with the pre-order, you can't beat it at 130. And the good thing about Google is they don't charge you until like it ships out. Like
Yeah.
it still sits in there, which I love. Like you can hold your place until the last minute and be like, you know what, never mind, and then just opt out. So, but we'll see.
Yeah,
We'll see
that's
how that
definitely
goes.
a good concept.
Yeah, no, I think it's a really good one, and I'd like to see where it goes because the idea of not having to not necessarily lug around everything, but especially for people that are PC players, like to be able to play your PC games or the games that you play on PC on the go, like dude, that's so awesome.
That's pretty
And
awesome.
like
Yeah.
that'll kind of reinvent the way of doing LAN parties. You don't have to bring
We're all just sitting in one room with our phones.
not even our phone. All you have to do is bring a TV. Put it that way.
That's true. That's very true.
Just
Bring
bring another TV.
monitor or something. Yeah.
Yeah, and you're set. You just connect the Chromecast and you're good to go.
I would be that nerd just sitting in the corner with my controller attached to my phone. It's like,
Oh
"Ah,
no, I mean,
suck
agreed.
Yeah.
this."
I do the same. I would do the same thing too. But like I said, if I'm playing with a group of people, like if I just have to bring a TV or a monitor, like you know how good that would be. I just sit at a desk or sit at a table and just sit here and play.
Oh yeah, no,
Think
for
of
sure.
thinking it like on a bigger scale, like when you have competitions, when people bring their stuff, just connect it. Connect the Chromecast. Hey, here's your controller. Let's go.
Yeah.
Then the like easy accessibility for it is really good, and it like goes very vast on how you can use it or where you can use it. So,
Well,
and
we'll
you don't
see
actually
what they come
need
up with.
that specific controller. You can use a bunch of other ones. Like
Ooh,
everything
speaking
that
of controllers, one thing that I love about the new Elite, fucking Bluetooth. Yay! I know some of their newer controllers have Bluetooth, but I hate the fact that $150 Elite controller is not Bluetooth. Shame on you, Xbox.
Oh
for
yeah,
that.
yes, I did hear about that one.
Bullshit. So as soon as they announced, and it's Bluetooth, I just started cheering. I was like, finally, a controller worth the
cried.
money.
Cried in your
Oh,
seat.
dude, I was so happy. I was turned on a little bit like after I saw that controller, and I was like, boy, I can't wait to see the price on this little bastard. And yeah, I called the two. I was like, it's anywhere between 150 to 200, between somewhere around that area. And 180.
Yeah.
eh.
What do you think as far as the new console? What are we looking at? What the X was 500?
I
think it was-
could
yeah,
see
it was
them
like
keeping this the
5.
same. I think everyone's learned their lesson to not try to sell a console for like 700 plus. Thank you, PS3.
Yeah, I think if anything, it'd match about the same, if not about like $20 to $50 more.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
They're
what I'm
not
thinking.
gonna-
Maybe
it's
like
gonna go
$50 more
skyrocket.
from the baseline price that they did before.
Mhm,
Yeah.
If nothing else, strictly because of the new components that they're going to be throwing into it, right? And
Yeah.
it's,
Ooh.
and it's I'm hoping that we're not going to get like a random fucking like Connect added to it, and they're like, yeah, now it costs $50 extra. I'm just like,
Yeah.
the fuck? No, take the shit out of the box. I don't use it anyways.
Nobody wants a
What-
Connect.
The only thing I can see them doing, if anything, and keeping it at 500 is if the X makes a large drop down in price. Like if it drops down to like 400, I could see it being at 500.
Yeah, right.
But I highly doubt the X because one, it's still relatively new, and two, it's still one of the most powerful ones as well. But other than this one that we're getting, it's still up there.
Yeah, it's definitely up there. And I mean, the new console isn't going to be out for what did they say? Holiday next year.
Yeah,
Along with Halo, by the way.
So
yeah. Along with Halo, that's another big one.
Halo's been
Was it-
announced.
I knew
to come out
Halo
with
was
the-
going to be
the
launching for the new console.
I knew they
Oh
were going to do
yeah,
that too.
dude! It was.
I
If
saw
you
that
didn't
from a
see it,
fucking
like
mile
you're blind.
away.
Yeah.
Yeah. Come on now. Everyone
At
was
the
like, it's
first
coming out this
announcement of the
year.
new
It's
Halo,
like,
I'm like,
mm-mm.
new console's coming. Like, all right.
That
Yeah.
no, the minute you saw all the releases coming out in spring, you're like, okay, there's got to be a reason why spring, and then you realize like, okay, they're gonna release the console. Like, if nothing's coming out this year, there's a console coming out next year. That's
Yep.
exactly what it is. And sure enough, Project Scarlet, holiday 2020.
Yeah.
I hate you, Microsoft, but damn. They know how to
Yeah.
make some damn money. I'll give them that.
Oh yeah. Oh.
All right.
yeah.
On that note, there's still a lot to talk about in E3. I even got to like rewatch a bunch of videos. We're gonna save it for next week's podcast. Like I said, this was gonna just a short one. Again, this is a test one. We had a few bloopers here and there earlier, and also after
Sorry.
this, I get to see if everything recorded properly. So that's gonna be fun to check. Fingers
Yeah,
crossed.
it's gonna be great.
Oh yeah.
But-
Perfect.
Yes, guys, we're gonna call this podcast an end. We're gonna end it here. Like I said, next week we're gonna do a full podcast. We're gonna talk way more about E3, what's been going on with us for the last month or so, and also gonna talk about I mentioned it earlier, the whole streaming thing, like how Ed is streaming right now, and my streaming channel over at D Lab. Some changes are happening in that website that we're gonna talk about, and then also we're gonna talk about the YouTube channel, all that good stuff. So, but yes, we're gonna call it a night here. Thank you all for joining us for the short podcast, another short podcast. I think the last time we did a shorty was what, 6, I think? Whew, it was a while. I'll give us
Wasn't
that.
it around my birthday?
It was your birthday. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I remembered.
Because we had a lot to talk about, and I was like, yeah, I kind of want Link here because I know he's going to be interested in talking about this. So, yeah. So we made it short.
Yeah.
This one
all
was
good.
more of a crash course on a new way that we're recording the podcast. So hopefully it comes out well.
I suppose we'll find out.
Yeah,
That we will.
if it doesn't come out well, I'll try to piece it together and kind of make just a blooper reel for us for a future
We'll make
video,
it
I
work.
guess. It'll work somehow. All right, Internet, thank you so much for joining us. We will see you for next week's podcast.
Later.
Bye, everyone.
Hasta la vista.